What is up, everyone? Jay here with another Fire Emblem Heroes video, and today we're going to take a look at the next main series banner, and this time it is for Sacred Stones. So Fire Emblem 8 hasn't had a banner in a while. I don't even remember the last one. I was predicting Sacred Stones or 3 houses, so it is Sacred Stones, and the first unit on the banner is going to be Ascended Amelia, and this time she's a Lance armor when last time her base version was an Axe armor. So she's still wearing the orange general armor outfit, I think, or at least, you know, something resembling that. So it doesn't really feel as Ascended compared to other Ascended heroes because she's still wearing, you know, pretty much the similar or same getup. So, but still, it's cool. Amelia is, you know, a decently popular character, and she doesn't have any ults yet. So at least this is her first, and it's something new. So here she is as a Lance armor, like I said, and she comes with Lance Sagrado. This gives her -1 cooldown to start a turn if units within 2 spaces of an ally grants defense res +6, special charges, and also neutralizes foes' bonuses during combat to unit and allies within 2 spaces for 1 turn, so that gives her support for allies, which is nice. So, and you know, armors don't really have access to low skills, so this is very helpful. And then if units within 3 spaces of an ally grants bonus to all of her stats equal to 5 plus the number of allies within 3 spaces of unit times 3, maximum 14. We've seen that a lot lately with weapon conditions, just saying maximum 14 for the, you know, big stat swing. Neutralizes units' penalties and also reduces damage from the foe's first attack by 40%, and that includes the brave hits, and also restores 7 HP. So Lance Sagrado is a solid weapon. It's nothing that insane, but it is really useful for her and also her allies, providing that support, which is always good. Armored Beacon is her special that gives her unpierceable damage reduction and makes use of her defense, so that's really good. And then Obsidian Tactics is her PRFA skill. This is pretty cool because I'm pretty sure this is a reference to the Obsidian himself, Dwessel, who I think they have a support chain in Sacred Stones. So that's pretty cool. So if foe initiates combat or foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75% at the start of combat, grants +9 to all of her stats during combat, and the following effects occur during combat based on the value of X, X equaling the total number of bonus effects active on unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit, excluding stat bonuses. So the more status effects she has, the more effects she can get. So she already gives one of them, or actually 2 of them, right? Yeah, she already gives 2 of them with special charges and neutralizing foes' bonuses. So if those bonuses are greater than or equal to 1, inflicts attack defense -X times 2 on the foe, maximum 12, so another stat swing. And if greater than or equal to 3, unit can counterattack, so she has this encounter if greater than or equal to 3, so that's cool. And greater than or equal to 5, you also halve damage reduction, you know, the 50% damage reduction halving. So pretty cool. The effects are nothing crazy and obviously nothing new really, but that's going to help Amelia age better and just, you know, help her in matchups. So Obsidian Tactics is very nice. And then she comes with a new B skill, Clever Fighter. So I'm looking at this skill and it almost seems like it's better a Savvy Fighter. Like Savvy Fighter still gives you damage reduction, but this one doesn't give you damage reduction, but it does increase the speed difference necessary for your foe to make a follow-up attack, and also gives you no follow-up and attack speed -4 debuff on the foe. So this, you know, the increasing of speed difference is something we've been seeing more and more lately with Wyvern Rift, you know, Diamant, a lot of skills like that. Maybe not a lot, but a couple skills like that. So this can be very annoying because Amelia is going to be bulky, obviously, and she's going to be pretty fast. So, it's, you know, just like her base version at the time. So if you can't double her, then you might not be able to kill her. And she also has, you know, Armored Beacon, so Clever Fighter might be annoying to deal with for sure. So, for example, if speed difference is necessary, if speed difference necessary increases by 10, speed must be greater than or equal to 15, more than foe's speed to make a follow-up attack. So basically just increases, you know, because normally you have to have more than, or 5 or more speed, but in this case it's going to increase that. And also if unit speed is greater than or equal to foe's speed -10. Okay, actually, never mind, I'm completely wrong. So it does give you damage reduction from the foe's first attack by 10, so it's not percentage based, and you know, it's basically flat 10 damage reduction, so that's pretty cool, including the brave hit. So yeah, I'd say this is probably a better Savvy Fighter, honestly. Thinking about this, and this could be really good for my Winter Marth, because if he can make it harder for foes to double him, you know, but then I don't know, I don't even know if that would be good in Winter Marth, because he would still, because his playstyle is the Vantage Sweep if he's faster, and this doesn't really make him that much faster. I don't know, I'll have to think about it more, but Clever Fighter is definitely an interesting choice for faster armor units, so that's a nice option for for armor units. And then she comes with attack speed for our save. So it's cool they did drop an armor unit, because, you know, right now we're in the meta game of Omni tanks, because armor units have kind of fallen off. So it's cool that they're throwing armor units a bone. I mean, not like I expected them to never drop an armor unit again. It's just you know, they're not as good as they used to be. So it's cool that they dropped, even if she's not going to be the most top tier, you know, of lance armor. Still pretty cool. They gave us a new beast skill and a new armor unit. So that is Ascendant Amelia. Again, her first alt, so not too crazy. You know, people really can't complain about Amelia getting an alt because she doesn't have any. This is her first one. So that is Ascendant Amelia. And of course, with an Ascendant hero, usually they're going to also drop an attuned hero, which we'll see in just a moment, which is a bit of a controversial topic, I suppose, because it's a character that has a lot of alts, and you can already see who it is on the title of the video, obviously, but we'll get there. Unfettered Knight is the next unit, Ford. So finally, they have afforded us with Ford, you know, one of Ephraim's men, and Kyle as well. He's a demote. He's technically not on the banner, but he's here. So it's cool that Ford is finally in the game, and he brings Speed Defense Unity. I was thinking about that the other day. Speed Defense Unity is like the only unity we don't have, so he finally brings it, so that's cool. Wild Wind Sword is his weapon, -1 cooldown. At the start of player phase or enemy phase, inflicts speed defense -7 on unit through unit's next action. Okay, so wow, so he inflicts this to himself to proc unity, so that's pretty cool. At the start of combat, if he's alive, grants +5 to all of his stats and bonus to all of his stats equal the current penalty on each of those stats. So yeah, so basically unity, right? Yeah, so he has unity in his weapon. So example, if unit has -7 penalty to attack, grants attack +19 for a net bonus of attack +12. So yeah, okay, unit deals damage equal to total penalties on unit. Wow, so he has true damage based on the penalties he has times 1.5, excluding AoEs, neutralizes, so no follow-up basically, so that's pretty great. And reduces damage from the foes for attack by 40%, and also 7 HP healing, so kind of similar thing to what Amelia has, but also has unity built in. So this is a cool weapon because at the start of player phase or enemy phase, that's not going to be able to be false started by Elamine or anything like that. And he can always, pretty much always debuff himself and give himself unity. And he comes with speed defense unity. So he's going to be a kind of a surprisingly, deceptively good sword cavalier. He's a sword cavalier, right? Let me look. Pretty sure he is, right? Am I tripping? Yeah, he's a sword cav. So he's going to be a pretty, I mean, unity skills on cavaliers aren't really the most ideal, you know, but still he can make use of it, and he does have unity in his weapon. And he comes with speed defense near trace Luna as a special, so speed defense near trace is pretty good, and that's his entire kit. He doesn't come with a C skill. So yeah, Ford is in the game finally, and I'm glad that he is, you know, a pretty premium unit. He's not going to be the demote unlike his buddy Kyle. And his brother Franz is still not in the game, so hopefully next time Franz will be in. There's a stat spread, pretty low res, high defense, high speed attack, so pretty standard melee cavalier stat spread. But yeah, I do like that his weapon's pretty unique. There isn't really many axe cavaliers, or sorry, not axe cavaliers, cavaliers in general that have like unity built into their weapon. And now we have Nidavellir as the unit here. Nidavellir is kind of, I mean, they've done this before. They've obviously dropped OCs within main series banners. This is nothing new. I just didn't expect him to be here on a Sacred Stones banner, and it's like a Letizia situation where, and like, you know, the other OCs such as Muspel, you know, you thought they would be mythics, but they're not. So Nidavellir here is just going to be a unit in the regular pool as a bow cavalier. We saw him in the Tempest Trials. His art is pretty cool. He looks like he's straight from Yu-Gi-Oh! And I didn't really pay attention to him much in the Tempest Trials, but, and you know, how he changes here. But let's look at his weapon. He comes with AoE powers. Okay, so this is his kit. So his weapon is Nidavellir Ballista. This gives him -1 cooldown effectiveness against flying foes, of course, and Canto distant +1, maximum 4 during turns 1 through 4. So just like Regan, he has that limitation during those turns, but very, very useful and strong Canto. And then to start at turns 1 through 4, grant special cooldown count -3 to unit, grant special cooldown count -1 to allies within 2 spaces of unit. That's amazing. And also Hexblade to unit and allies within 2 spaces of unit. So he's not just a standard, you know, offensive bow unit. He can also provide support, which is really useful. Hexblade is great. I mean, it's great when you're not facing Emma Mike, because Emma Mike has a min-max stat spread and defensive stats, but it can be useful against other units. And -1 cooldown to allies is always useful, pretty much, especially for certain team compositions, so that is really good. And to start a combat, if he's alive, grants attack speed +6 to unit, grants bonus to his attack and speed equal to 20% of unit speed at the start of combat, and deals damage equal to 20% of his speed, so more true damage and just more speed conditions, and reduces damage from the foes for attack by 30%, including the brave hit. So yeah, these weapons for the most part on this banner have been pretty tame, which I do appreciate. Like, nothing here is that insane. You know, it's like the 30%, 40% damage reduction that is pierceable and pretty normal at this point. You know, they also provide support to allies, which are going to make them you know, age better, because, you know, compared to other FEOCs that have released like Nidavellir, like Letizia, he's definitely going to be better because obviously he's more modern, but because he provides the support. So yeah, I remember Letizia being pretty mediocre when she dropped. So at least Nidavellir provides support. He comes with Blazing Thunder, Verge of Death to maximize his damage on that AoE. And what else does he come with? I think he comes with a new Seal skill, I believe, which is Seal Defense Res 3. Yeah. So this gives the guard effect and debuffs on the foe. So, you know, pretty simple kit. Again, nothing too crazy, but doesn't have, not every banner has to have super duper crazy units, and I do appreciate this banner feels, you know, more tame, especially to what we've received lately, you know, with like Emblem Mike and the summer banners. So yeah, that is King Nidavellir. I do like that they decided to make a character in the backstory, you know, for the lore, the first king or whatever, so that's cool. Straight up from Yu-Gi-Oh! I do like his design. And there he is. So yeah, during turns 1 through 4, can grant himself Canto 4, Hexblade support. So yeah, he's gonna have a place. He's gonna be useful on certain teams if you choose to use him. So that is Nidavellir the king. And now we have the attuned hero, the star of the show pretty much, and it is EIRIKA, dressed up once again as her brother pretty much. This is Brave EIRIKA 2, except she's an infantry unit this time. So this is the second EIRIKA that's dressed up as her brother. Nothing, like, not that there's anything wrong with that, you know, because they are close siblings, but it feels kind of, I mean, considering that EIRIKA has so many alts, I think she's tied with Camilla, or at least close to Camilla with the most amount of alts in Fae. So yeah, EIRIKA, you know, I don't have anything against EIRIKA. I do like EIRIKA and Ephraim. Ephraim's one of my favorite lords, but yeah, EIRIKA has another alt here, and she's an Axe Infantry, but it's cool though, at least, because she's an Axe Infantry, and that means she's green, and there isn't that many like green Omni tanks in the game, at least meta ones, because you think about the Omni tanks right now, Emblem Mike obviously being the best red one, the best sword one, and Attuned Caeda being the best blue one in my opinion. We don't really have a green one, you know, so at least an Axe one that I can think of. So EIRIKA here is going to, you know, fill that green role as a green Omni tank, and she does bring some pretty powerful stuff. So here she is taking on a Cavline 8th race defense team and Ninja Sanaki. So Sisterly Axe is her weapon, -1 cooldown if a skill compares. So this is Phantom Speed built in. At the start of turn, if units within 2 spaces of an ally grants attack speed +6 and dodge to unit, and allies within 2 spaces for 1 turn. So that's really good. Dodge is of course pierceable, but dodge is a status which can help, and also is still damage reduction at the end of the day. And if unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, grants bonus to units stats +5 equal to the number of foes within 3 rows of 3 columns centered on units. So that's pretty easy. 3 spaces is a very, you know, lenient condition, so that's going to help her with positioning. And 3 rows of 3 columns is also pretty easy, maximum 14. Reduces damage from foes attacks by 20% of her speed. So this is flat, you know, true damage reduction based off her speed, which we're starting to see more of that. So that's really good for EIRIKA, and that's going to help her tank, of course, and that's unpierceable. And then reduces the percentage of non-special reduced damage by X, so the damage reduction halving is going to help her with her damage output, and also restores 7 HP to unit after combat, even when 0 damage is dealt. So every unit on this banner pretty much has healing, I think. So her weapon is really good, but it's nothing like, I feel like they could have given her more, you know? I mean, she's going to have a pure FB, but this weapon is not that insane, I feel like, you know? It feels like there could have been more text here, but they didn't. They decided not to, which I can respect. Again, not every weapon has to be super duper long, and I feel like lately they're starting to reduce the length on the text. Maybe it's just a coincidence, I don't know, but I do appreciate this not being a million sentences long. So that is her weapon. Gust is her special, so this is a new, I think, inheritable special, and this is pretty much, well, at first I thought it was going to be better Godlike Reflexes, but I think it's just better Vital Astra, because Godlike Reflexes is a defensive special, and Gust here is an offensive one because it boosts special damage by 50% of your speed, and 50% of your speed is huge. That is a lot of damage when you're a unit as fast as EIRIKA. You know, we just saw this with Summer Female Lear, who can also do the same thing with her damage, so that is amazing. And if unit or foe special is ready, or if unit or foe special triggered before or during this combat, and if your speed is greater than or equal to foe speed -4, you reduce damage from foe's next attack by 40% once per combat, excluding AoEs. So this is flat damage reduction because this is in a special, and Gust is going to be replacing pretty much Vital Astra as the best special, at least when it comes to speed output, because Vital Astra is the only special in the game, I think, that is pierceable, has pierceable damage reduction outright says it, which I guess at the time they didn't want to make it that crazy, I guess they were kind of on the fence with it. So Vital Astra, I mean, it's been kind of dead. Godlike Reflexes has really, you know, surpassed it in my opinion as a better special, because there's just so much damage reduction piercing now. But still, I mean, Vital Astra can still be useful when there isn't, and Gust as well is just going to be better than Vital Astra in my opinion, even though I think it is a little bit higher cooldown than Vital Astra. I think Vital Astra is 2, I don't remember. But Gust being the same cooldown as Godlike Reflexes isn't that bad, especially when you can, there's so many ways to lower cooldown. So Gust is a really nice inheritable special. I think it's going to be inheritable at least. And then Distant Bonus Doubler is going to be our A slot. This is going to be the best A slot for any kind of Omni tank. We just saw this with the Toon Caeda. So she's kind of like an axe, a Toon Caeda in a way, I guess. And then Moonlit Bangle Q is her weapon, or not her weapon, her B skill, pre-ref B skill. So if foe initiates combat and unit speed is greater than the foe's speed -4, unit can counterattack before foe's first attack. Who does she think she is with this Marth and Caeda stuff? No, I'm kidding. Vantage isn't the only, you know, they're not going to be the only units with Vantage, but every time I see Vantage in someone else, I'm like, how dare you take my King and Queen's effect? But yeah, she has Vantage. This is similar to what Ephraim has. Ephraim on his summer version has a Vantage effect that he gives the foe. So I guess, you know, her dress up as Ephraim is trying to emulate that. So she is going to have Vantage in her B slot, so that's useful. And inflicts -5 on every stat except res on the foe during combat, and also deals true damage, 25% to foe's defense, and grants special cooldown count -1 to unit before unit's first attack, and special cooldown count -1 to unit before unit's first follow-up attack, and also has Null Guard. So this is a really amazing B slot for sure. Vantage, Null Guard, special jumping, true damage, extra stats. So that is amazing, because even if, let's say, she doesn't kill with the Vantage hit, it's going to be hard to kill her because she has flat damage reduction, tons of stats, right? Null Guard, she has special jumping to help her trigger Gust here. So yeah, that is amazing B slot for sure. Yeah, Moonlit Bangle Q is going to be very useful, and she can be a good Vantage sweeper overall. And then Time Pulse forward to help her loop Gust even more and trigger it even more reliably. And then this is the big thing for me. Null Seed Disrupt E is her X skill, her attune skill. Null Seed Disrupt E was funny because I was talking to Phoenix Master like a month or so ago about Attune Caeda, and he was like, Null Seed Disrupt Seal, or Null Seed Disrupt X could happen, and I was like, I guess it could happen. I don't really want to see it happen anytime soon, but it is here now. So this is going to be something I want on my Attune Caeda for sure, because that's one of her weaknesses, is that she cannot counterattack against everything, because Fire Sweep effects are annoying, and that's one of the luxuries that Emblem Mike has, and that's one of the reasons he's the best Omni tank. But now other Omni tanks can use this X skill, so that is great. And EIRIKA here is going to be able to make use of it as well, because she has Vantage in her weapon, and that's one of the things Brave Marth wants to use whenever he wants to Omni tank with his Vantage sweeping, is, you know, have Null Seed Disrupt in his B slot. So EIRIKA is kind of like that as well. So yeah, Null Seed Disrupt E is definitely going to be one of the best X skills for Omni tanks, and I want to pull this. I really don't want to summon, but I want to get this skill for my Caeda, because she is my main tank right now. So yeah, that is amazing. EIRIKA is a green Omni tank, which is very rare. You don't see many of those these days, but as you can see right here, she's going to be able to just nuke Sanaki and yeah, be an amazing Vantage sweeper and tank, because like I said, even if she doesn't kill them, she's going to be able to survive a lot of hits. And yeah, so it's cool, you know, not only did they give armor units a bone on this banner, they also brought Vantage back a little bit, so that's cool. We have the new OCs a little bit showing up in the story, that's cool. And Glenn is the GHB, so Cormac's brother. Love to see it. I hope he's good. I hope he has a PRF and good art. So yeah, and Kyle is going to show up at the end right here. I almost missed him. He just shows up at the sliver right here. Yeah, there he is. So Kyle Zealous Knight is going to appear as the instant demon. I guess he's going to be in the regular pool eventually. So that is a Sacred Stones banner. Let me know what you guys think down below. I know this banner is a mixed bag because there's only technically one new hero on this banner, and that's Ford, because we have, I mean, I guess Need of Leader's new, but we knew he was, you know, from the Tempest Trial and stuff. So yeah, from the actual main series and the actual Sacred Stones game, the only new one here is Ford technically. Kyle is here, but he's not actually on the banner. You know, EIRIKA and Emilia getting alts, and yeah, you know, for main series banners, they've been doing that lately with an Ascended hero and an Attuned hero to really make the value pop, which it makes sense, but I really wish they could have added someone else that's new, like Arthur or Saleh, you know, that aren't in the game yet. I mean, what is it? Arthur and Saleh are in the game, but they have seasonal alts, you know, not their base versions yet. So, and Garcia as well is not in the game. So there's still a decent amount of Sacred Stones characters left. So hopefully for those fans, you get it sometime soon-ish, you know, next year at least. But yeah, the Sacred Stones banner is pretty nice, has really good value with the fodder, and you know, EIRIKA being an Attune hero, you're going to be able to duplicate a lot of skills like I've done with Attune Caeda, so that's really useful. So yeah, that is the banner, guys. Let me know what you guys think down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Good luck if you're summoning. Please stay safe out there. Peace out.